p.m. So today we are going to do a dish which is very famous. It's called Hyderabadi chicken, and the reason why it is Hyderabadi chicken is somehow with the how you cook it and some of the elements of the spices that you use, like coconut or imli or khas, which is poppy seed. So these are all optional, and I'm going to be using some of them but not all of them. So now I'm going to show you the ingredients. So what I have here is a whole chicken that has been marinated. It's been marinated in 2 inches of ginger and about 5-7 cloves of garlic, a little bit of salt and a little bit of haldi. So I've just left this. The best thing to do it is to have it on the best thing to do it is to do it overnight if you can. Otherwise, I did it this morning, so it's already been about a few hours, like about 6-7 hours. Now what we have to do is this is the first part of what we're going to do. This is 2 tablespoons of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 tablespoon of coconut powder. These are 5 or 6 dried red chilies. These are not very spicy, and they're kind of medium spices. So whatever chili that you're going to be using, just make sure that it's according to the spice level that you want it. And these are just a few khada masalas, some elechi, some cloves, and a couple of sticks of cinnamon. Now then what we're going to do is, once we roast all these, and we're going to puree some onion with it, then we're going to add all these. This is the red cayenne pepper, some haldi, some salt, and some kali mirchi. And depending on the color, then we'll see what else we want to add to it. This is Kashmiri mirch, and there's a little bit of garam masala. So this is the amount of yogurt that I use. It's about 7 ounces of yogurt that I use to marinate the chicken in. So now let's go over, and I'm going to now roast these spices. So when you roast these spices, you have to make sure that we're going to do it for a very short period of time, because we don't want it to burn. We are just going to, you want them just to come alive a little bit, that's all. So that's that. And here is my yes, that has to be. Hold on. So once I said that, then let's take a short break. Let me do that. So before I go for my spices, just let's take a short break and see you back after the break.
Here with One Solar Solution, your #1 solar installers of North Texas. We all have these huge overheads and we're trying to downsize. How do you eliminate? Go solar with One Solar Solution. We offer in-house financing for corporations, for residential, for solar farms. It's so simple. The number below. Go solar with One Solar Solution.
What did you do with the money you saved on electricity by switching to Discount Power?
I took all my friends out to dinner.
I paid off all my credit cards.
I took my whole family on a vacation.
I bought all this.
At Discount Power, saving you money on electricity is our business. What you do with it is yours. Great rates, great service. Simple. Visit discountpowertx.com today and save.
For all your real estate, commercial or residential needs, contact Hassan Sumro at kw.com or call 972-333-4801. Hassan Sumro, Realtor with Keller Williams. Glow and Grow with Cheese, a digital recreational platform for homemakers. Follow Glow and Grow on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube because we all could use a little reminder of how awesome we are.
Marine Mill Supply deals in casters and wheels since last 52 years. For more information, contact 92-3243-1374, 92-3242-1821, or you can visit our website www.mmscasters.com.
For
So welcome back after the break. So here I am, I've put my spices in and I'm just going to roast them for about a minute or so till just a slight color change. And then now I'm using coconut flour. So coconut flour is much more delicate, so I don't want it to roast too much. That's why I'm going to add it just now, and it's just going to roast for a few seconds and then we're going to take it off. Now I'm going to take these spices off and I am going to take them to the blender and I'll show you how they come back then. So here I mixed up all those spices and I also added the haldi, and I used the whole onion, and I added the Kashmiri mirch as well. So now we're going to start putting the dish together and starting to cook everything. So I need a little bit of oil. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of oil. Just waiting for my pot to heat up. Now what I've done in this dish is it can have many steps because sometimes people put everything separately, but what I've done is I've sort of combined a bunch of those steps so it is easier to cook, but not a compromise on the flavor or the taste of the dish. So I hope you're going to try it because it really is very flavorful. So this masala is tasting really good with all the roasted spices and the onion. Okay, my oil is heated up and I'm going to add my khada masalas. So, move them around a little bit. Just let them flavor the oil, and then we'll add the paste. Now you have to cover and cook this, otherwise it's going to splash you all over. I don't want a very runny gravy, so I'm keeping everything a little dry. Also, at the end of the dish, I want slightly reddish tone as opposed to a yellowish tone to the dish. So I'm going to see as I go along how I want to adjust that. If I want to add more Kashmiri mirch, I've already added the dry red chilies, so that should give some color, and I've added the Kashmiri mirch already, so that should give some color. I could have added khas in it, but sometimes the khas has a little problem dissolving, so I just didn't have the time to soak it and to blitz it, so I've just used the coconut in this a little bit. So this can have a lot of different flavoring in it, depending, because it's from Hyderabad. It's some of the region influences what you put into the dish. So basically, these are all Nizami dishes, but like the tamarind and the coconut and the khas is all part of Hyderabadi cooking as well. So. Now you can see that the oil is starting to show. I'm just going to cook this a little bit more. This has been cooking about 5-6 minutes. At this stage you can cook it a little high if you like, as long as you're standing in front of the stove. But if you move away, don't do it more than a medium heat. I'm going to add some salt. This is going to take at least 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. I've also salted the chicken, so you have to be a little careful how much you want to put. I'm just going to check for the salt. nice and spicy. Now this chicken, I was supposed to have some fried onions with that, which I did not have at the time. So now I'm going to add it all together now. So you can see there is a lot of flexibility in that. It should have marinated with the chicken, but I've actually fried up one large onion. And now I'm going to add all the chicken. Now I'm going to cook this on a little bit of a high heat until the chicken warms up. And then we're going to simmer this on a nice slow heat for about 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes, or until it's cooked. I like chicken on the bone. I use a whole chicken on this because then you get all the different pieces, the legs and the breast pieces. But it also tastes much better. The bones add a lot of flavor to the whole dish. I'm going to add a little bit of water. I've used the water from the paste that I made earlier, and I'm going to rinse it with this leftover marinade. So this is about a little less than about 1 cup, about 3/4 of a cup. Now this is going to help it cook even. So basically I've added about just over 1 cup of water, about half a cup for when I was making the paste, and about 3/4 of a cup now. And then of course there is the yogurt that is also going to help it cook. So I don't want a very I don't want a lot of curry in this dish. I want it to be like sort of semi-dry. So if you're going to cook this really nice and slow, this is just enough water to keep it going. But if you cook it a little faster, you need a little bit more water. So, but I'm going to cook it really nice and slow. I'm just going to leave this and I'll just see how much water I need at the end, or as I go along. So cover and cook on low heat. So we just had a little bit of a problem. One of our cameras was not running. So I just want to tell you what I did. I added the khada masalas, which is the elaichi, long, and cinnamon stick. Then I added the masala that I had blitzed before with all the roasted spices. Then after that I added the onions. And then I added the chicken after I cooked off the masala for about 5 or 6 minutes. And now the chicken is in there. Now the chicken is going to be on low heat for about 20 minutes. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Now this has just been cooking for about 5-6 minutes, not even 5 minutes, and it's already trying to look beautiful. So that's all I did. I just, like I said, added the blitz masala, and I cooked that for about 5-7 minutes, and then I added the browned onion and the chicken that was marinating, and I'm cooking it on a low heat because this has to cook for about 15-20 minutes. And since I'm cooking it on a very low heat, I am not putting that much water into it. If you want to cook it on a higher heat, I would definitely add a cup of water, and depending on how much curry that you want. So this has been cooking for about 20 minutes. I stirred it in between once, and it was simmering nicely, and I did not need any more water to it. Now you can just see what a beautiful color it's got. I'm just going to taste how the spicing is, and then we will take it from there to add the other things. You can taste everything is really well balanced. It's a little sharp. I think all those chilies added up a little bit, so I am not going to add the black pepper, and I'm not going to add any more chilies to it. I'm just going to cook this for about another 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of garam masala, and that's it. Now this is very tasty with just a zira rice or just boiled rice, because this chicken has so much flavor going in it. Raise the heat a little bit. Now this chicken is breaking fairly easily, but I want it to be a little bit more tender, so I am going to cook it for another 10 minutes on a low heat. I'm going to bring it back to a low heat, and I'm going to cook it for another 10 minutes. So now my chicken has been cooking about 25 minutes total, and it's going to take close to 35-40 minutes by the time we finish it. So once you did the initial stuff, after that it does not need any babysitting. It's going on a low, gentle heat, and that's good. It really is very tasty. Very nice. So my chicken has been cooking for about half an hour, and now I'm just going to do the final finish on it. This is a little bit of garam masala. I'm going to use, this is half a teaspoon of garam masala. I'm just going to use that. I used a quarter teaspoon of garam masala, and I'm just going to mix it because it's already got a lot of heat from my previous spicing, but it's very good. And we're going to put the stove off, and I'm going to serve it out. So you can see how beautiful it's turned out. I'm not even going to put any dhania on it. It's just got a nice, the oil is showing on top, very nicely colored, and it's got a nice thick gravy. It's ready to eat, and I'm just going to decorate it with one chili because I've made it nice and chilly. So here's a warning. There you go. I hope you're going to cook this, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you watch my show Cook with Chandi on One Solar TV on Saturdays at 6 o'clock.